So, morning. It is start of January. For my birthday, I got an engine tuning, basically a remap. It is quite icy, we've had a lot of snow, it's really cold. And the sun has decided to come out, which is nice, finally. We've had so much rain and gloomy, dark days, and now the sun has finally decided to come out. It's got about 130 horsepower, and by the end of today it will hopefully have about 170, 180. This is the Td5 engine code 15P, which is the updated version with the triple N prefix. That means we can flash the ECU directly rather than having to remap the ECU by swapping the EPROMs, because they're only like a one-time programmable memory card. You can say it that way. Hoping. At the moment, I feel the car, it's not very reactive. It's quite slow. On the motorway, it takes a while to get up, and if you have to move, you can't really move quickly. So I want to give it a bit of oomph. Also, I have got a horse, so towing a trailer will hopefully improve that as well. I haven't tried it. I haven't driven a remapped Defender before, so I don't know really what to expect. I just know that it should upgrade and improve a lot of the drivability or driving qualities in the car. Okay. Also, by remapping, they will increase the engine efficiency as well. Throttle response as well, if we could just get a bit more kick and life to the car. It's quite noisy, but aren't all Defenders like that? So another reason is, as most Defender owners know, it's not the fastest of cars. It's a bit of a slug. In a good way though. I mean, I enjoy it. It's still, I've had it for about 2 years, and it still puts a smile on my face every time I drive it, and I miss it if I drive something else. I would rather drive this than lots of other cars, and that's because of its charm. Yes, it's slow. Yeah, it's slow, but it has so much else to give. So if we can, by remapping, just give it a bit more oomph. I wouldn't call it perfect, but it can be close, hopefully, to being a really fun, useful car. And as well with towing a trailer, makes everything a bit easier, hopefully. So the very dirty, wet, muddy car is inside. Now it's time to prepare for our remapping. Tools, right, so we need the nanocom, and this, the remap or the mapping will go onto the nanocom, which is designed for the Td5. Will go into the ECU, and that will remap the engine. And in order to do that successfully, you need a constant power supply, so charger, and this has to be plugged in at all times. So the car has to be basically on, but just to ensure that it's on and it doesn't just cut out, we'll charge it, or we'll plug the car in, we'll plug the battery in, just to ensure that everything goes right, because it can go badly wrong it can ruin basically the whole car if it's not done correctly. So constant voltage to the battery is a must. I don't want anything to go wrong with the car. So I'm going to start by plugging it in, remove the seat, jump into the battery down here, and then we'll get the nanocom plugged in. Right, plugging in some power supply. Let's see. So this is on, and I'm going to press power supply, and that'll give it a constant power supply to the battery. There we go. And now I will attach it to the battery. Red is red, black is black. Always put the black one on first. Okay, so there's a constant 13.8 volts voltage going to the battery at the moment. So now it's safe to plug in the ECU. Put the nanocom in. Okay, so I've got my guide here. It's very important that we follow the steps accurately. I could wreck the car. So that's why I've got a piece of paper. I'm gonna look at this. Reading the guide, it says that there's a central fuse number 4 under the driver's seat, which will disable the 10 AS alarm, but allow everything else to work. With the ignition off, carefully remove it, turn the ignition on, flash the ECU, and then turn the ignition off and refit the fuse. So that's what we'll do. Or we'll take the fuse out to start off with. So I know I'm not standing by the driver's seat, but we're in Denmark, so the driver's seat is actually over here. So this is where the fuse is, because we've got the battery over my driver's seat, or this car's driver's seat. So take the seat up. Okay, this is under the driver's seat, and the fuse box is here. So there's 2 clips down here, and I'll take this off, and then it's fuse 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's this fuse here. So we'll take that out. So fuse 4 is here. Fuse 4 is out now, and I'm just going to put this aside, and that will go back in once we've flashed or remapped the engine. Right, so according to my guide, the ignition has to be off, and then we have to connect the OBD lead into the socket. So the socket is down here. Everything's off. I'll put this in, and then I have to close all the doors and make sure that everything is off. So, SD card's in, and in goes the OBD. Nanocom has started. Okay, it's just thinking. I'm going to close the doors. And let's follow the instructions. Right. Ensure the ignition is off. We've just done that. Connect the OBD lead. So this is on. The nanocom is on. Step 4. Select Td5 map function from the nanocom evolution menu. Choose Defender. Td5. There we go. Td5 map. Right, so the map that we got from Nanocom is now saved in the SD card, and that's the one here, which is called tuning. Let's just show that one needs to be stored, okay? Can I press OK then? Probably. Said erasing. Okay, so erasing means good, because it's erasing the existing map. And then we want to say OK to write the map to the ECU. turn the ignition on. So we go 1 click and 2 clicks. Okay. It's working. Turn the ignition off. 1 click, 2 clicks. Okay. Please wait 15 seconds. I wonder why it's 15 seconds. Turn the ignition on. 2 clicks. Okay. Erasing. It's looking good. And the steps we've just done corresponds with the guide as well. So now we should be, hopefully, ready to go soon. You never know. It's probably always problems, but we'll see. 3, 2, 1. I don't know how the reflection is on the screen with the camera. I hope it's not too bright. Map program successfully. Yay! Okay. Now, turn the ignition off and we'll put the fuse number 4 in the driver's seat, which is my passenger seat. And then we should be good to go. And whilst you're down here, just check your fuses. I don't often check these ones, so I've never checked these because there hasn't been a problem yet. Check the other ones regularly. I'm going to take the nanocom out and then get ready to test drive. Ready? This is like Christmas. It's maybe better than Christmas. It might be quite dark. You might not be able to see me. That didn't help a bit. Ready? Woo! Not a difference at all. Okay, I'm gonna roll out. Put my lights on. How good is that? Needs to be done. So far, can't hear a difference. Now we come into the light. And my sunroof is dripping. How else? Okay, the windows are down just for now. It's gonna be really cold. It's minus 10 and we've got a bit of snow. And we've got a newly remapped Defender. Uh-oh. I hope I feel a difference and hear a difference. Or else it'll be very anticlimactic. Oh! Oh yeah! It's really, I wouldn't say sensitive, but it's a lot more reactive. I don't know why I'm shouting, I don't need to shout. I can't really hear a difference, sorry, at the moment. Let's go. Oh yeah, I can feel a difference. It's a lot more oomphy. It gives a kick. This is fun. It's a shame that the roads are really icy.
Never gonna have to stop again.
Oops. takes a while to build up, and then it just goes. Then you can feel the power. Yeah, that's great. That's really good. And we're doing 80 at the moment. Not allowed to go any faster. I might have to fiddle a bit with the boost regulator because the boost level's at a lower RPM after we've just remapped it. If I had the Nanocom with me in the car, I could put it into the OBD and basically get a reading of all the data for everything in the car. So the instrument cluster, and see what it's saying. So because of my filter, my particle filter, it acts as a muffler as well. So if I had a straight pipe on, you could really, or you would be able to hear a difference. But because my filter's on, I don't think I'll be able to hear that much of a difference, but I can definitely feel it. Yes, it would be nice with a bit more sound, a bit more of a throaty sound, but I'd rather have it punchier than noisier. It takes a bit of time to react, but then when it actually does go, it goes a lot faster. See, the roads are a bit icy in some places. It goes up at the moment just to about, it's on 0.6, and I'm in third gear doing 40 kilometers an hour. If I punch, it goes up just to past 1, it goes 1.2 on fourth. I can get more boost by adjusting the boost regulator. It's been 2 weeks since I remapped the engine, and it's made a massive difference, really big difference, and I love it. But there's still a simple, cheap way to enhance it or improve it even more, and that's by changing the intercooler hoses. So, in the next video, I'll be changing my intercooler hoses. Look out for that, and I'll see you in the next video.